Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Static Crypto Show, where we dissect the hidden side of crypto. I'm Blue Hawk Legend, and today we're going to uncover hidden words and clues in this interview of Michael Saylor in 2025. I've taken clips from Saylor's interview and I broke it down. But first, I'm going to play them forwards, then I'll play them backwards, then I'll break it down afterwards. But stick around as I unpack over a dozen phrases, raise burning questions, and connect them to Bitcoin's trajectory. Now, you guys knew Saylor's words moved markets, but could these be Easter eggs for the Bitcoin community? We're about to find out. Let's dive in. Now, in Saylor's 2025 interview, where he talks about corporate adoption, halvings, and ETF flows, what emerged? Now, I found phrases like this year and shine, but also get rich. Is this a coincidence? Or is Saylor's subconscious leaking Bitcoin prophecies? In a part where Saylor discusses the market outlook and reversing yields, he says, this year and shine. Now, are the words this year and shine pointing to massive Bitcoin events in 2025? Now, we know that the halving is behind us, but with spot ETFs exploding, could this mean institutional adoption hits critical mass this year? And the word shine. Bitcoin's often called digital gold, but does this hint at a golden cross or Bitcoin outshining fiat in a hyperinflation scenario?
Mainstream media, they still don't get it yet. It's here. Shine. Wall Street has embraced it. Companies have embraced it. International markets have embraced it. This year, Miller's number. This year, Miller's in my Thursday. This year, Miller. This year, Miller's number. This year, Miller's in my Thursday. This year, Miller will embrace it. The insurance companies will embrace it. The governments will embrace it. Well, there it was. There's no way you can stop an idea whose time has come. And marks him out to lay down the box. Yeah, once it. Money, sit, money. I want it. Money, sit, money. I want it. Money, sit, money. I wouldn't recommend any individual go on X and publish their Bitcoin wallet address to the world, because you would have everyone tracking you, rich against the wallet. Are there related parties? They'll all listening. The proof of reserves offers you the chance to see what's in a wallet. What it doesn't do is solve the question of, first you lose your fault. Parties without knowing there are no side of get out, disclosed. So you see, you couldn't reasonably make an investment in a public. This is a complicated subject. It depends on the size of the company, the capital market you're in. It depends on the scope of your operations. And I need people to say, that's what they're going to do for the next decade. And if I believe that, then I will buy something. And yes, it'll beat me down at all. Yes, it'll beat me down at all. Our job is to be neutral, Switzerland, with regard to the ecosystem and make everybody successful, but also to be laser-like in our actions. No. If I were to invest in 22 things, then there would be 25 pages of disclosures. Sergio, homogeneous credit risk. You're holding Bitcoin. It'll hurry. For that, right? Almost 3. 1, we want to be neutral because I want to help hundreds of companies, and I down the scene. But they're more likely than not to be successful. They will all pursue it. Loser follow it. They're shareholders, but ultimately the final beneficiary is their shift. It's turning the entire network. Every time $50 million of capital flows in the Bitcoin ecosystem, we invest $1 billion of bonds that were backed by the Bitcoin. And now we've just issued 2 preferred stocks, one called Strike, and there's about $1 billion, $2 billion in equity and $42 billion in fixed income. Again, setting our targets out 3 years. Maybe it will take us that long. No, let's get believe me, I'm sorry. No, let's get believe me, I'm sorry. Of the enthusiasm of the capital markets and the Bitcoin market, and then again setting our targets out 3 years. It becomes more powerful. When the richest person on the block embraces it, it becomes more powerful again. When a small city embraces it, it becomes more. It is a share of me to solve. It is a share of me to solve. Bitcoin being embraced by cities, Bitcoin being embraced by lots and lots of public companies, Bitcoin being embraced by the mainstream media.
Now, the words middle of December pops up in a reverse bit about year-end predictions. Why December? Is this a nod to tax loss harvesting, Santa rallies, or something bigger like a Fed pivot? You guys remember the 2021 December pump, right? Could Saylor be signaling a repeat? What if middle of December actually ties to Bitcoin's options expiry or a major reveal? Next, the words get rich and get out emerge back to back in a volatility ramp. But in context is get rich urging retail to stack sats now while get out warns of altcoin traps? With Bitcoin dominance at 60%, are we seeing a shift where only Bitcoin holders get rich and everyone else is forced to sell? Michael Saylor also said in the backwards audio sooner or later. Is this predicting the end of the bull market by Q4 2025? Halfway through, things get a little cryptic. The words, it isn't this year, contradicts the earlier this year of Michael Saylor's words. Maybe Bitcoin's true moonshot isn't 2025, but post-election 2026. Already in the books suggest predestined events, like BlackRock's Bitcoin reserves or nation-state adoption. Now, is this hinting that El Salvador's playbook is already in the books for bigger players? Then the words, yes, it'll be me on that wall. Saylor on the Mount Rushmore of crypto would be huge. Him being one of the major players on that wall would be amazing. Or does it mean wall as in Wall Street? Does this mean MicroStrategy's Bitcoin holdings make Saylor the face of corporate treasury revolution? If Bitcoin hits 200,000, Saylor's on that wall as the billionaire visionary. But also, the words serves you all and burn it. Now, does this mean deflate fiat? Or could it also mean burn shorts in a squeeze? Serves you all could be karma for doubters. But the word hurry urges action. But the words behind the scenes suggest insider plays. Is Saylor alluding to whale manipulations or ETF backroom deals? Now for the regulatory bombs, only was, and those who follow it. Did he mean it being Bitcoin? There was a shift in it. The shift being proof of stake or alts failing, or Bitcoin's energy narrative actually flipping positive. His other words, zero law in the UA. The UA as in the United Arab Emirates. Zero laws against what? Maybe the UAE's crypto hub status with its lax rules? Then the words no laws against. Believe me, I'm sure. Now, is this hinting towards Saylor's pro-Bitcoin lobbying? Could be. Is this also confirming Bitcoin's legal invincibility in key jurisdictions or warning of gray areas in DeFi? A year ago, I thought they was going to hit us next. That was also Saylor's words. They as in regulators? Now, a year ago, the SEC crackdowns peak. But did Saylor see this coming? Or was Saylor tipped off to this? And the words "may milk it" repeated 3 times like a mantra. Could this mean institutions are milking Bitcoin gains via ETFs, or governments milking taxes? With $1 trillion in Bitcoin ETFs, are we in a milk it phase before a dump? Now, wrapping up, these backmasked audios paint a picture. 2025 shines for Bitcoin. But the words hurry, get in, get rich, or get out before it shifts. What does middle of December mean? But what does middle of December really mean? Could this mean an ETF milestone or a crash? And are the words burn it a call to hyper Bitcoinization? How does zero law in the UA link global adoption? And that repeated word we heard, may milk it. Does this mean that institutions are prolonging the bull market, or is this a bear trap? Drop your thoughts and comments below what you think this means. Hit the like if you're hodling through December. Subscribe for more deep dives and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.